All right, so we're going to try and play Infect. I got a hot tip from Fenris Cloud, Sam Doms, today about Infect, and I figured why not check it out? Why not follow that lead? So we're rocking Sam's list. You can go to Sam's Patreon, a Fenris Cloud Patreon, to see everything that Sam does with these Infect lists every month. He also has a sideboard guide, which is incredibly helpful. I'll be, for the most part, sticking to his sideboard guide in this video, but I'm not going to show you guys the sideboard guide. You got to go to Sam's Discord if you want to get the real deal and see how all these matchups go. But to that end, let's talk about the deck here. We've got Noble Hierarch, Glistener Elf, and Blooded Agent. We know those are the creatures we want to put into play and attack. The Noble Hierarch is there to pump our guys. And of course, we have Inkmoth Nexus as our other Infect creature. Then we have 4 Ponders, 2 Berserk, 4 Brainstorm, 4 Daze, 4 Embiggen, 4 Force of Will, 4 Invigorate, 3 Legolas's Quick Reflexes. Amazing, amazing protection spell, and can often be a removal spell as well. And it's uncounterable, so there are just times when your opponent thinks that they're going to get you, and they have nothing they can do about this spell. All right, so then from there we got lands. We have 1 basic forest, 1 Henge Maze. That's a new add to the deck. Of course, the 4 Inkmoth Nexuses, 1 Pendlehaven, 4 Tropical Island. I'm rocking 4 Windswept Heath and 4 Wooded Foothills. You can literally rock anything that will fetch green. As far as your fetch lands are concerned, that's all you're doing is fetching forest with this, because you don't have any islands in the deck. You could play 1 island, I guess, if you want to tinker around the deck and then go with Misty Rainforest. But this, I think, hides us well as far as what we're doing here in the early game. All right, then the sideboard. We have 3 Endurance, 3 Flusterstorm, 3 Force of Vigor, 1 more Legolas's Quick Reflexes, 2 Meekstone. Interested to see how that works out for us. And then 3 Veil of Summer. So, yeah, Sam recently 5-0'd with this list. We're going to get in there, and we're going to try and see if we can follow and match that pace. There are Sam's 2 5-0s with Infect. What a great sign.
EternalDurdles.com is the home for Magic the Gathering written content. If you want to write an article for EternalDurdles.com, reach out to @ForceOfPhil on all social media or Discord. You can support the show on Patreon at patreon.com/EternalDurdles. As part of your membership, you'll get access to an additional 15-minute audio episode every week and ad-free listening on all episodes. That's patreon.com/EternalDurdles. What it do?
Looks like we won the die roll. Love that. All right, let's look at this hand here. We have an Inkmoth Nexus and a Windswept Heath. I like it. I say we go with this. We have the Embiggen and the Berserk. We basically need lands to make this work. So I like this. We've got the Brainstorm. We're going to keep this. We have a attacker. We have the combo. We have Brainstorm to clean things up a little bit for us. This is right where we want to be. All right, we're going to start with a Windswept Heath, and then we'll pass turn. Tamiya. Fetch a Tropical Island, and we're going to Brainstorm now. Okay. So, I love this. We're not going to be shuffling anytime soon, so let's put the Berserk and Embiggen back. And I think we are all too happy to let Tamiya hit play. We don't really care about Tamiya. The game ends way faster than anything that they can do with the Tamiya. So, what we're going to do is we're going to play Inkmoth Nexus, and we'll play Noble Hierarch. And this should represent a possibility to end the game next turn. We're not going to end the game next turn, but if they tap out, they're in trouble. Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize is interesting. I actually like letting Thoughtseize go here. They have to take the Embiggen. They also have to worry about the Blighted Agent. I think we hid the right card. They took the Blighted Agent. Okay. I think we just won. Nope. Maybe not. All right. They're attacking. Okay. A Brainstorm. Just trying to go for it. Okay. So this still puts us in a situation where we have lethal. Turn 3 lethal for us. They would need 2. All right. So we're going to play an island. We're going to make this a man, right? Then we will go into our attack step. We're going to attack the opponent. So we get the exalted, right? Attack. All right. Let's embiggen and we will daze. Well, nothing we can do about that. All right. Well, we got in for one, but we did remove a ton of cards from their hand, and we're safe with Legolas's reflexes to protect, I guess, our Noble Hierarch, if we need to protect a Noble Hierarch. We've hit them for one Infect. Yeah, need to do that. Okay. I need a pump spell. Not a pump spell. Okay. We will play this. We're going to pay the 1 here, and so 1 damage to that guy is not going to do anything. All right, let's attack. Gotta attack the opponent here. Yep, rough. We do need to get a pump spell soon, because I think that when my opponent gets to do the... Okay, what we got here? Orcish Bowmasters. Fatal Push. I think we're honestly okay with that. Yeah. All right, we need a pump spell. Got to return a Force of Will. Okay. Oof, that is not great. All right, so let's... And we forgot to make our guy a guy, which is a bummer. Make these mistakes early on. Okay, ponder. All right, we're going to hit that hedge maze. I'd love a brainstorm, actually. Daze is not going to do it for us. We'll put that in the graveyard. Okay, I guess there's 2 Inkmoth Nexuses. I have no way of knowing which one came in this turn. Okay, great. Got that going for me, at least. Not really where I want to be. I'm just basically opening myself up to did that on purpose, actually. I want to see if they'll put a Orcish Bowmaster into play. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So, I should have let him target it, honestly. Yeah. Because now he's got a blocker. Not that it really matters. I'm kind of boned here. Knowing that they have the up to Beanstalk. Yeah, you got it. All right. This is a tough one. We're in a rough situation here. Okay. Untap. Another Legolas's quick reflexes. All right, let's go to the next game. They're gonna ultimate Tamio, and I just won't be able to deal with that. So, all right, let's decide what we got going on here. I think let's do Flusterstorms, another Reflect, a couple of Veils. I guess it's already entered my deck. There it is. Okay, all right, let's bring all those in. We're gonna remove a pair of Berserks, I think, and 1, 2, 3, and a Daze. Let's keep all the dazes in. We'll do it like that. And hopefully that's good enough. Tamio early really messes me up. Okay, I won the die roll. I will play. It's not great, but the ponders keep me invested here. I'm gonna keep this only because I think that the ponders should be able to get me the creatures I need. We got to keep in mind that okay, so let's do Trop, Foothills, Inkmoth. Use Ponder's ability. No. All right. Well, we got the land we needed, the creature we needed. They're going to ponder. Okay. All right. We're going to play an Inkmoth Nexus. And I think we passed because we actually do want the next land as well. And then we need to start thinking about ways to sculpt our hand. All right. So let's play Wood of Foothills. Let's make this a guy, and we'll attack. I'm going to go ahead and attempt to invigorate. I love that. You're going to get to put a guy onto the table there. All right. From there, we will play Legolas's Quick Reflexes, which will untap this. We will tap it for mana and kill the orc as well. And we're okay with losing the mana. We just dealt 5 Infect to our opponent. Okay, hopefully they don't have a Wasteland. Here we go. So let's make that a guy, and we'll attack. I'm going to go ahead and embiggen. Like, we got it. Opponent is fetching. It's another Legolas's Quick Reflexes. Got there. Okay, so we're going to bring in a Force of Wills, and we're going to remove the dazes just like that. We're going to keep 1 daze in. Now, this is not a good hand. This is a classic don't keep this hand kind of hand. We don't want the hedge maze in our opener. We don't want no action, nothing happening. We're going to go ahead and mulligan this. This looks much better. In fact, it looks great. Then we will get rid of a wooded foothills here and play it like that. We're going to put the wooded foothills on the bottom. Say done. I think we want to start with a noble hierarch here. The deck's just full. Yeah, okay, sure. So you probably take a Glistener Elf here. No, they took a Legolas with quick reflexes, which means they probably have a lot of removal. All right, so we're going to go to our turn. We have drawn the hedge maze. We will get a tropical island because we want to be out of daze. And we will play a noble hierarch and pass. Those Legolas' quick reflexes really hurt the opponent because they can't really block it, which is a problem, right? They can't block anything that does that. Yeah, there's the Wasteland. Okay, great. So we will play a Windswept Heath here. I will play out a Glistener Elf, and I will. Part of me is like, do I just start attacking in with this? I don't. They have flash creatures that they can like pull some blockage things with. I don't want to do that. Yeah, there's an Orcish Bowmasters. Okay. Yeah, of course. So we'll go ahead and let that resolve. There's nothing we can do about that. Okay, a Ponder is helpful. We will ponder. There is a Blighted Agent and a Glistener Elf and a Flusterstorm. Wow. Just the riches here. Okay, so let's do Flusterstorm, Blighted Agent, Glistener Elf, use Ponder's ability. No. I will put this here. I'm going to say no to putting it on. I'm going to keep it on top. And I will play a Glistener Elf, and I'll pass turn. Looks like the opponent is not hitting land drops, which is... Oh, what we got? Another Fatal Push. Yeah, sure. It's good for our days. And looks like they missed another land drop. Great. So we will be casting Blighted Agent, and then we'll pass turn. Misty Rainforest. Now, I'm going to have a Flusterstorm next turn. What I want to do is kind of just sit back and protect Blighted Agent for now. I want them to just kind of have to deal with the fact that I've got Blighted Agent happening. Yep. Taking the 2. Orcish Bowmasters won't actually hurt my... Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and stop that from happening. Same targets. All right. So we still have the days. They might know about that. Okay, so they got the hedge maze there. Yeah, okay. Hopefully they're out of removal, but who knows? Okay, Beanstalk. Beanstalk resolves. Here's hoping. And praying. They still know about our... Now, daze is looking bad for us. Okay, what do we got? Okay, let's daze that. And sure, okay. Well, there it is. We're going to put that into the graveyard. We're going to attack. And Embiggen coming in for the kill. Got it. We got one. All right. 3-for-1 Trading is having a spring sale from Wednesday, May 7th until Monday, May 12th. Their high-end Magic singles, sealed products, and gaming supplies are 5% off, and they offer free worldwide shipping on all orders over €500 or dollars.
Use code SPRINGSALE25 for a 5% discount and free worldwide shipping on all orders over $500 or €500 from their online store. Shop.3for1trading.com. Their promotion starts on Wednesday, May 7th at 6 p.m. Central Eastern Time and ends on Monday, May 12th, 11:59 p.m. Central Eastern Time. Huge thanks to 3-for-1 Trading for supporting the Legacy community. Now back to the show.
We are on the draw this time. Okay, so we don't have an Infect creature, but we sure do have a Brainstorm. So I think we're going to have to keep this and just say this is good enough for now. Ponder, Island Ponder, go. Love that. Not Island Ponder, or not Island Tamio, go. So we're doing better already. They liked what was on top of Ponder, so they kept that. Ooh, Inkmoth Nexus. All right, cool. So we're going to go Noble Hierarch right off the tump and pass. Next turn, we'll put an Inkmoth Nexus into play, which we can protect with our Legolas' quick reflexes. 1 island. That is Rough. I like that. Okay, so we're going to put Inkmoth Nexus into play. Then we're going to play another Noble Hierarch, and we're just going to chill right there. Do I dare attack? I think let's attack. Might as well do some damage if we can. Sometimes. Here we go. Something's going on. Okay. Show and tell. Well, I hate that. Oh, this is so bad for me. Okay. Well, we'll put the Hedge Maze. Omniscience. Good God. We're in trouble. I'll put that on top. Cunning Wish. Okay. I think this game is over now. Shared Summons. Search your library for 2 creatures with 2 names. Put them into your... Okay. We're gonna concede. I just want to see what the next 3 cards were. Well, we would not have... It didn't benefit us to do that. Okay. So. Show and Omni. Yeah. So I think we do 1, 2, 3 Veil. 1, 2, 3 Flusterstorm. And kind of just play it like that. We're going to take out... They don't really have a lot of interaction against us, so we can go down creatures, and again, interaction being the key here. All right, so we're going to... Let's put 1... Let's just keep an Inkmoth Nexus in. All right, there we go. Yes. All right. A Pendelhaven into... This is rough. Can we keep this? We can, because it's a turn 2 kill. So let's just keep it. Ooh, I won't actually control force. So this could be very dicey. So we're going to play Pendelhaven and the Glistener Elf. We need to draw a land, like a fetch land, or we're screwed. I made a small mistake there, which could cost us the game. If they turn 1, doesn't look like a turn 1, which is good. Oof. That's rough. Okay, well, 5-turn clock. We're in kind of trouble here. I made a bad mistake on the Pendelhaven here. I should have mulliganed this, just knowing that the Pendelhaven was not the card I wanted to play. All right, so they're going with a Hedge Maze. Hedge Maze, ooh, I don't like that when you're just like, nah, I don't need this intuition. Or maybe they have too many in their hand. Ponder. Happy with that. I need a land so bad. This is so tragic. Island. Okay. Draw land. Noble Hierarch is not what I need, but it does get me a little bit closer into the realm of playable. If I win this, it's definitely my opponent's fault. I should have lost this, I feel like. Brainstorm. Lauren revealed. Okay. Going for that 3rd land. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm in trouble. I'm in danger. Stock up. Oh, that's so good. Thank God. I have another chance, guys. The crazy part is I can Berserk for 6 if I really have to. Carpet of Flowers. You got it. You don't get to do anything with Carpet of Flowers, unfortunately. I don't have anything to make that good. Okay, so let's make this guy big. I'm going to attack. Come on, they've definitely got something. I'd just be playing into stupidness if I did that. All right, I'm going to Brainstorm to try and find a land. I should be able to get one. There's a land. Okay, great. Let's put back up Brainstorm and a Berserk. All right, we'll play a land. And from here, we will pass turn. I get nothing for the Carpet of Flowers. Declines to use that ability. Brainstorm resolves. Wow, if they just can't find it, that's pretty wild. Ponder. Okay, I think we got it, actually. They just couldn't find their spell. Bully for me. Yep, there we go. I don't even need to cast anything. I just need to protect my guy. Seiju. Yes. I will get a Hedge Maze, and I'll put that into my graveyard. I think we got this. Either way. All right, we're going to play a land. All right. So, I'm going to make him big. Is that enough? Let's do that. And we'll cast by returning an island to our hand. Coming in hot. Yeah, come on, dude. We're doing it again. And we will daze that one, too. Did we get there on that one? There we go. Okay, let's not do anything dumb here and play a proper game of Magic the Gathering against our opponent. Okay. I'm going to keep this because we've got a Glistener Elf, and we've got a Force of Will, and we got a Veil of Summer. Like, let's just do it. Let's keep. Okay, we got a Misty Rainforest to start. Not bad. Okay. So, I think what we want here is, yeah, we're just gonna play Glistener Elf and then pass. Yeah, they'll get a Hedge Maze. There it is. All right, we have to pray that we didn't screw this up. Probably should have not done that. Since they're on the play, okay, great. We were smart enough to not screw that up. Untap. All right, we're in business now. So we're just going to keep attacking in turn by turn. We'll pitch the Bladed Agent. All right, we're going to Brainstorm here. Okay, nice. We'll put back both lands and fetch a Henge Maze. Do we want that on top? Yeah, we'll put that on top. That's going to help. All right, there we go. Okay, so now we have Flusterstorm, and we have Veil of Summer, and we have Force of Will if we need it. Sink into Stuber. I think that's okay. We'll let that. We don't want to tap out for that. Island Cycling. You got it. Let's counter that. Same targets. Stock up gone. That's a best case scenario for me. Now I still have the Force of Will with the pitch and a Daze. Amazing. Okay. So let's do this. Yeah, we still want the Glistener Elf to hit play. And then now we have basically like 3 counter backup here. So we're not in the worst position. Show and tell. We're going to Force of Will, pitching Bladed Agent. Well, we're gonna return this to my hand to counter that for sure. Okay. So then we'll pass turn. I think we need to cycle one of these Veil of Summers. Yes. That'll do it for us, I think. Okay. So now we're going to play a land. Let's beef our boy up here. Get him beefy. Come in to attack. We're going to cast Berserk. And coming in for 12. Got there. Nice. Eternal Durdles is proud to be sponsored by Moxfield.com. Moxfield is the best deck building website on the internet. You can find all of my and Phil's decks in links below, including decks from this episode. And if you do, you'll be directly supporting the channel. All right, looks like we won the die roll. Love that. This seems great. If my opponent doesn't know what I'm doing, they're going to know very fast. And we have a turn 3 kill looking at here if they're unprepared for it. So we will keep these, start with a Noble Hierarch off of a tropical island, and go for it. Pass the turn. Opponent gets an Arid Mesa. Arid Mesa fetch for a Plains for a Guy. Whenever another creature you control. Okay, Guide of Souls. Okay. Well, you see what this means for us. Pendelhaven. Okay. So, let's do Blighted Agent. And I'm going to ponder here to try and find... There's a Daze. That's what we want. Pray to God that this Daze is good enough for us. There's that Swords to Plowshares that we hate to see. That will have to be okay. We have another Blighted Agent. Oh god, they got another Guide of Souls. I honestly don't know what this deck does. I'm just going to let them keep doing their thing because there's nothing I can really do to stop it. All right. Took a point. All right. I'll untap. We have another Blighted Agent. How many Blighted Agents can you stop? Hopefully not 2. Can't cast spells on my turn. Yeah, I hate it. But if I survive this turn, I've won the game. So I've got that going for me. I'm in danger. Static Prison. Pretty good. Static Prison will work on my new Blighted Agent. God, I'm such a moron. Come on, Zach. Play the game of Magic the Gathering. Oh, I couldn't stop it anyhow. They won't let me counter stuff. That's why that went on the stack immediately. I'm okay. Nothing is screwed here. All right. We're gonna come in with a third Blighted Agent. I feel like my opponent should yell, "Come on!" All right, we're gonna do this and this for a third Blighted Agent. Will it be good enough? Broadside Bombardiers. I think I got here. I got there off of this one. Because they can't hit unless they have a Wasteland, but my dazes are useless right now. Taking a lot of damage here. But, yeah, you can have all life you want. Yep, taking a lot of damage. But, am I still alive is the question. I'm at 2, and they just throw it at me. Probably should have blocked. Okay, well, kind of is what it is. Know that for next time. All right, so let's see here. Against this deck, do we even have any sort of... There's no... a Legolas's Quick Reflexes is good over, I guess, a Daze. Yeah, there's just no telling. Let's take out a Force of Will over the Daze. Maybe 2 Force of Vigor for 2 Force of Wills, and we'll see if that's good enough. I don't know. I've never played against this deck before. Okay, I want die roll. I want to be on the play. Okay, this is what we've got. We're gonna keep it. We'll start with a Noble Hierarch and pass. We've got Embiggen and Invigorate, and gosh, what's happening here? Rude. This guy. Okay. Untap. Oh, there's a Glistener Elf. All right. Let's play the Hengemaze. This is now worthless. That in the graveyard. Let's ponder Inkmoth Nexus. Okay, so let's do that. This and Invigorate and say use Ponder's Ability. No. And then we will Glistener Elf, and if they have it, they have it. I mean, what can we even do? Goblin Bombardment. That's funny. I can't even cast anything on their turn. So rude. I'll take it. I cannot cast spells on their turn. So I hate that. Huh? Sure. This is rough for me. All right, so I'm going to draw Inkmoth Nexus, which they cannot interact with, thankfully. Well, they can, since this is just bizarre for me. I don't have anything I can really do here. I have to play that. This is rough. Hate getting chewed up by a rogue deck. Yep. Yeah, hooray, you get more creatures, I guess. Things are bad for me. I have no recourse here. I have to draw an Inkmoth Nexus to stay in this game. I know the next card is not an Inkmoth Nexus. That's the end of this one. We were hoping for a solid run, but we went up against something weird. Kind of is what it is. We're just going to concede. There's no reason to even continue to play this out because we cannot possibly win. All right. We can play this. We've got the island. We've got the days. Sure, we'll keep Nethergoyf. That's a magic card. All right. So let's go with a Glistener Elf and pass. Snuff Out. I'm down to days of Snuff Out. Keep things fun. Yeah, now you can't even hit my land. Orcish Bowmasters. I will protect it. Oh, I can't, though. I don't have a forest. All right, you got me. A lot of aggression there to get rid of just that one elf. Right. So we will play a land, and we will pass turn. I'll be taking 3. Okay, so let's play a Wooded Foothills, and we'll get a Blighted Agent and put that into play. Under City Sewers. Here comes Orcish Bowmasters. Not going to be good enough to stop my Blighted Agent, though, because I'm going to cast Invigorate and Daze. Woof. Can't pay the days. We'll have a dead guy. Really need something to get me out of this, and I don't think I'm going to find it anytime soon. We'll find out, though. A lot of creature kill in these Beanstalk decks. Assuming this is Beanstalk. I guess it's probably Tempo. Probably Dimir Tempo. We'll pop out a Noble Hierarch. Yeah, sure. Why not? I need to literally draw a... Okay, so here's the thing. There's nothing I can do here. Right? This is 9, that's 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I would need to have a creature on this turn, and because I don't, and... Well, I guess this puts me to 1. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I would need to have a land and a creature to play, so mathematically it is impossible for me to win this one, so we'll go to the next game. We're going to bring in 3 Veil, 3 Endurance, and 1 reflexes. And we can get rid of these Force of Wills and a pair of Berserks and 1 Heath. All right, I'm going to keep this. We're going to go Noble Hierarch, pass. All right, so we've got the Legolas's quick reflexes. If we have to slam an endurance, it's not the end of the world as far as like, I'm going to start attacking with this endurance. And I can even brainstorm if I have to next turn. Okay, so that is interesting. Okay, let's do brainstorm here. We're going to do, let's put back, man, this is tough. Okay, we're going to put back a ponder because we know what we want in our hand already. And then we'll put back the 1 in Biggin. Then we're going to play Legolas's quick reflexes. Sorry. We will play we'll play the Bladed Agent. They have more counter magic. That's kind of okay for us, I think. Now I really wish I would have waited 1 more turn, but you really can't against this deck. You have to threaten their, especially with the days, you have to threaten their ability to use days effectively, or you have to threaten your ability to use days effectively. Ponder. Now they're looking for a way to get rid of this thing. I can untap. I'm golden. Scalding Tarn. Fetch. Fatal Push. Thoughtseize. Okay. So they'll take the Legolas's quick reflexes here, I think. Do it the Embiggen. Okay. So we'll untap. We get to untap. We have 2 reflexes, which is hot. We will attack for 2. Keep coming in like that. We might just have to do this over the course of 5 turns. They know that we have the reflexes. Now they're going for resolves. I'll untap. Wow. We have a lot of Legolas's quick reflexes happening right here. We've got that's going to stay on the board. We can give it that, right? Now all we need is any pump spell will win us the game. Any pump spell that's not and this also assumes they don't have any counter magic. But we should be able to keep Legolas's the Bladed Agent on the board with 3 Legolas's quick reflexes, I think. I'll 100% take that damage. Tamio will resolve. Baleful Strix will resolve. Listener Elf. Okay, so I think we just keep attacking here with that. There's nothing that we can do otherwise. Yeah, I don't even think we want to put the Glistener Elf into play yet. Dude's got 2 more turns. I think I can just play this extremely, extremely close to the chest. Yeah. I'll take the 4. Got another Baleful Strix? Nope, something else. Well, I hate that, but that won't stop my... Gotta use it, right? I feel like they're like, okay, they're going to draw a card, so that's fine. Out of mana at that point. Okay, there's a land. Got to attack. Now I just need to stay in the game for a turn. Do I think I have to play this as a blocker. And I can still cast 3 Legolas's quick reflexes. We'll stop that from happening. Pretty sure we've got this. Now, there's a chance they have 2 more kill spells. And I would be very upset about that. I've got to take that. Who knows what they're going to do here? That will resolve. All right, we're going to untap. Enter our attacks. Okay, they're fetching. Yes, I have the other one. Yeah, got there. All right, against Dimir Tempo, I think we're happy where we are. We will stay right like that and just play it through. Well, I don't think we can keep this. So we're going to mulligan this hand because there's nothing I can play in it. Okay. So let's go with this one. We're going to put back, I think we have to put back the Endurance here. Endurance isn't solving any early problems for us. You're going to have to aggressively brainstorm against their Bowmasters. But we're both at 6 cards, so we both have kind of an equal chance of doing whatever. Ponder. More than happy to see a Ponder. I think I'm going to start with Noble Hierarch unless I draw something else that changes my mind. Yeah. Certainly now I definitely want to start with Noble Hierarch. So that way next turn I can play a Glistener Elf and have Legolas's quick reflexes as a backup. Snuff out. I do think we want to counter that. Anytime we can counter a Snuff out with a Daze, I think that's where we want to be. And we're still ahead on mana this way. They've got a Undercity Sewers. All right, so the way we're going to run this is... Wow, that's interesting. Okay, so let's do... There's a lot we can do here. All right, we're going to do Tropical Island. And we're going to protect our Glistener Elf with the reflexes. I think that's okay. Honestly, we're happy with that. I'm not going to attack. I do actually want to use this mana for a brainstorm, I think. Nice. That's perfect. I hope they have 2 of those because we're in great shape. I do not like that. We really need to keep that Noble Hierarch alive then. We've got to let that happen. I kind of wish I would have put my Windswept Heath back, but at least can get an island, a forest, so we're okay there. All right, so we will do Inkmoth Nexus, and we will pass turn. We can hard cast Daze if we have to, so there is that. I'm going to get a forest. Basic forest. Thankfully, we've got that hedge maze too. All right, so let's make this a guy. Targeting that, huh? Well, Legolas's quick reflexes, I suppose. Coming in hot for 6. Okay, this is a tight one. Okay, there's the Wasteland. It's pretty good. Okay. Well, I have access to Brainstorm at least. Actually, kind of funny. All right. Only islands on there. And okay, well, pass the turn. All right. A Tameo is a card that I have to worry about. Okay. Untap. All right. So I need to find anything here and get me into this game. There's a Blighted Agent. Love that. Okay. So we're going to do Brainstorm Island, right? We're going to do that. Play it. Pray to God. Do we have it? And we had a little issue there with the Harbinger when it came into play. My computer stopped for a second. All right. Think I will take the damage since they didn't do anything useful there. And then I will not block, because blocking is crazy. And my opponent gets to draw a card. Please don't be a creature kill spell. Okay, so I will attack. I will cast Invigorate. Got there. Okay. Hey, Legacy fans. Since you're enjoying the show, please like and subscribe to the video. It helps the channel grow.
Support Eternal Durdles on Patreon so we can create even more content and cover events.
Patreons get an ad-free RSS feed, 4 bonus episodes a month, and Discord recognition. Join the Durdle Maniacs at patreon.com/Eternal Durdles.
Now back to the show.
All right, we've won the play. So let's see what's going on here. Well, I like this opener. We'll start with a Noble Hierarch, and maybe we want to actually start with a Glistener Elf and pass. So because we have the Inkmoth Nexus as a backup plan, I'm going to keep this either way. So we have a couple options here. If the opponent is playing removal, the Glistener Elf seems like an interesting start because we could turn to them, possibly. Mulligan to 6 cards. Every time they mulligan, it makes me want to put the Glistener Elf into play even more. Okay, so we're going to go Glistener Elf, pass. Especially with the mulligan, that makes me feel like, oh god, maybe they're a combo deck that doesn't really care about creature removal. Oof. Okay, so I think we were right here. Lightning Bolt. Well, we weren't necessarily right, but we weren't wrong in our plan here. All right, so let's do Inkmoth Nexus and Noble Hierarch. Now, we have a Force of Will, so if we really need to stop my opponent from casting, okay, that's okay. We're totally happy with that. Pithing Needle. I guess we have to counter Pithing Needle. Goblin Welder. Gross. Okay, right. So let's start with Ponder. There is a... Okay, so we're going to put Force of Will there. We'll put Ponder there, and we'll put Invigorate here. Use Ponder's ability. No. Okay, so we'll get the Invigorate. I guess the smart thing to do would be to get a Forest here. Make this a guy. Swing in. We'll cast it. Sure. Hold on. Make sure I cast that on the right thing. All right, we're going to go big. Opponent pretty much needs to switch out the Lotus Petal here, or they lose the game. Painter's Servant. I don't like it, but not a lot I can do about it, so Just gotta live. Definitely gonna bring in untap. Another Inkmoth Nexus. Wolf. Alright, so let's play Henge Maze here. Make that a guy. What you gonna name? Still chose Inkmoth Nexus. I'm gonna put that into the graveyard, because now we just need a guy. Alright, so then we will go into our attack step. Okay. Well, we're in a awkward space here. Nothing we can do, so we can just 6 through our turn. They're at 8 Infect. Ooh, there it is. That'll do it. Well, we didn't get there anyhow, so that's not a big deal. Let's go ahead and concede. All right, so we definitely want to bring in... Let's see if there's a plan here. I don't know that there would be. Against red, mono, black, painter. Okay, well, of course it's the wrong painter. All right, so we're going to play a couple of Force of Vigors, right? We're going to play all of our Endurances, because I think we kind of need them against my opponent here. We don't care about Meek Stone. It doesn't really do anything. All right, so then what's coming out? Legolas's Quick Reflexes doesn't seem like it's doing much against my opponent here. And maybe on the draw, 1 Force of Will, 1 Heath. And we'll go from there. We might need to play Endurance just to have something to attack in with. The beauty of this deck is that Endurance can save us for a turn against a Grindstone, but it's not a play I would make on purpose. Like, it's not a strategy I would subscribe to. All right, so we're going to be on the play here. Let's keep this. This is fine. We're going to go for a Tropical Island. Yeah, we're going to play Tropical Island into a Noble Hierarch and pass. Inkmoth Nexus, amazing. Then we will play Blighted Agent. Daze that. Returning this. Who had it? Well, what are you going to do, right? I guess the answer to what are you going to do is ponder. All right, ponder. None of those cards are what a card I want to see. I don't need any more lands. Any order, and what would we draw? All right, so that's where we're at. Hopefully, now here comes a Pithing Needle. That would get us another. Okay, I will play. For now, we're just gonna pop in. Just gonna get that slow damage. Here's a Blood Moon. Blood Moon is rough. And there's really nothing we can do about it, so it's kind of life. That's life. We know that this is a hard matchup for us, so play a land, and I'm going to attack. Coming in, because we have to now. All right, that's fine. You can have that. Goblin Welder. Okay, I'm going to play another Noble Hierarch, and I'll pass turn. We might end up being on the Endurance plan here. There's a Painter Servant. Don't love that. Okay. Okay, let's do Ponder. Ponder for a Blighted Agent. I think that's kind of where we have to be, and we just have to pray that this is good enough. Okay, so we're going to do Pendelhaven Agent. We're not going to do that. And then we're just going to pray that we're good enough here with a Endurance. Got another Force of Will situation here. If they don't have a way to kill this, we will win this game because we have the Endurance. Wow, another mountain. That's got to be upsetting. Yeah, I'm definitely taking it. I'll be taking that damage. All right, here we go. I'm going to cast Embiggen. Change the target of a spell or ability to a different target. That guy's big. Good for him. All right, so I think at that point, then I have to just attack in for 3. It would be dumb of me to do anything other than... All right, so now, awkward situation here. I gotta take the 1. The beats, they're coming. All right, well, we're gonna try it. Coming in. Do you have it? All right, we got there. Jeez. All right. Yeah, we're gonna keep this how it is. I think we can switch 1 Daze and 1 Force of Will here and go from there. Did it through the Blood Moon. which was pretty great. Man, I hate Blood Moon. Have you heard that one before? Okay, I'm going to keep this. I've got everything I need to stop a Blood Moon from happening. Yeah, let's keep. They mulligan to 6. Chalice. No, Painter's Servant. I think I don't care about Painter's Servant, honestly. All right, so let's do... Now I can pitch any card from my hand, though, which is super sweet. I can even pitch this island for the Force of Will, which I will do if I have to. I'll take it. Okay. Looks like they're having mana problems. We'll play a land. Let's put a Glistener Elf into play. If they have to, like, Simian Spirit Guide Force of Will with a Red Blast, yeah, that's rough. Okay, so I'm going to do that and pitch this island. And from there, I think I just chill. I just want to chill. Yeah. I'm gonna hang. Wow. That is an interesting choice. And I'll allow it because I just don't know what they could possibly do that would do anything that I would care about. Choosing Invigorate. Okay. Well, I can cast Invigorate next turn, which is sweet. And just hard cast Invigorate. All right. So, all right. That's interesting. So let's do... I'm going to cast Invigorate, and I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3. And let you do that. So that we kill that. I think I just want to kill that. Right? Okay. We're going to get to take our turn. So let's play this. Let's give him a little bonus. A little bit of a bonus there. Gonna go ahead and embiggen. Brainstorm. There it is. Okay. So let's put back these two. And I'll cast Berserk. Going for the win. Did I get there? Yep, looks like we got there. GG's in the chat. All right, 4-1. Not too fucking shabby, man. That was one weird match that I got, but aside from that, you know, what are you gonna do? So yeah, Fenris Cloud was right to hit me up this morning and talk to me about this deck, because what a choice, man. Fire. Just absolutely no one's paying attention to this deck right now. It seems super resilient with the Legolas's quick reflexes just stealing games from people. That one game where I had 3 of them, what a beating. Yeah, I would definitely think about playing this at a large event coming up. You know, I recently went 4-1 with the breakfast deck, but that was so much work. This was just super elegant, very easy. This is the elegant weapon for a simpler time, right? Who's even ready for Infect right now? So with that said, thanks for watching. Tell me what you would have done differently in the comments, and we will catch you on the flip. Hey, if you enjoyed this episode, hit the subscribe button. It grows the legacy content ecosystem we all love by relaying to the platform that you are part of our passionate community.
And to go even further, click the links for subscription or to support directly via Patreon to help us create more content for you. Patreon supporters get 4 exclusive extra episodes per month. If you're listening on an audio platform, head over to patreon.com/EternalDurdles.
Thanks so much for your support.
We'll see you in the next one.